What's up guys? Welcome to another video. This is Charlie Lin. It's been so long time since my last video was posted. That was over 2 months ago. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you why I didn't make more videos in the past 2 months. And then I'm going to give you some updates on the latest brand new antminers. Quite a few models, including the KA3 Kadena miners, K7 CKB miners, and then S19J Pro plus 122 terahash Bitcoin miners. And lastly, the Ethereum Classic miner that's going to be launched in just a matter of hours, E9 Pro. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you why I feel more hopeful about mining in the year of 2023. Okay, starting with why I didn't make any more videos for over 2 months. If you have been watching my previous videos or you have been following me on Instagram or Twitter, you may have noticed that I was traveling a lot. I went to Mexico for a few days for the World Digital Mining Summit organized by the Bitmain company, and then I went to the United States. I stayed there for over 1 month. After that, I went to Dubai, then Oman, and finally Thailand and Hong Kong. So that was a really long trip. I've never stayed out of China for such a long time. I started to have a cold after I arrived in Dubai. I didn't know if that was COVID, but I felt very physically unwell. So I wasn't really much able to make new videos. And even before that, it was really cold in some of the places I went to, including North Carolina, Utah, Boston, and New York. It was really cold. And probably it's more because I was just spending a lot of time with my clients. And I also did some sightseeing over there. And after I came back to China, then we had the long Chinese New Year holiday. Okay, enough with making all these excuses. Let me give you the ASIC miner updates. Starting with the KA3 Kadena miners. To talk about the KA3 Kadena antminers, we have to talk about 2 different kinds of orders. Aside from the lottery orders people manage to get direct from the Bitmain website, well, I don't know anybody like that. I'm talking about the WDMS orders and then the distributors orders. So it seems the Bitmain company dispatched the shipment of the KA3s, first of all, for the WDMS orders. The WDMS is short for World Digital Mining Summit. I was there in Cancun, Mexico, and I met with a follower of my YouTube channel over there. So both he and I managed to get 3 KA3 units, and on the same morning, I believe it was Saturday or Sunday, we got the tracking numbers for these 2 shipments. We both felt very lucky. So that was a really promising news and sign that Bitmain has them ready. So this is out of my expectation because I thought that they may delay the shipment for even more. I mean, 2 months delay is already there, but no more. So it's not too bad. As compared with the L7 and the E9 Ethereum Classic miners, the delivery at KA3 is doing really good. Okay, so that's the orders people managed to get in the WDMS physically on the spot. What about those distributors orders? I believe some of the distributors managed to secure the KA3 orders direct from the Bitmain website, or it's possible that they had offline orders direct with Bitmain. Maybe they ordered a lot more quantities. Okay, so to talk about the distributor orders, we have to talk about the pre-orders and the spot orders. The pre-orders were placed with the distributors on different months from October to December. So I believe just like the WDMS orders, these distributors orders are also going to be dispatched from the Bitmain company. They will arrive in the warehouse in Hong Kong sooner or later in the next few days or no more than a few weeks. So personally, I placed the pre-orders for the clients from 3 different distributors. Right now, I've got only 1 KA3 unit from one of the distributors, and neither of the other 2 distributors have made any delivery for the KA3s. But I hope that they're going to fulfill their promise. They are going to dispatch the shipment one by one. Okay, so that's the pre-orders. What about the spot orders? The spot orders are very expensive. And I guess the first shipment comes from the people that placed the order in the earliest, on October or November. I believe some of the ready stock for the KA3 units are from individuals like myself. But for myself, I have given all the 3 KA3 units to my clients. I don't want to hold them. I just want to deliver them to my clients really fast. Okay, so we just said the spot orders of the KA3s are really expensive. Today, they're going for 12K or 13K. Well, if you're a millionaire, go for it, no problem. But my suggestion is we don't fall for that because just 2 to 3 weeks ago, there's another miner, K7, The original price was 4,000 US dollars, and then it was severely overpriced to 6,500 or even 9,000 US dollars. But today we have seen the price of this miner going back to 4K to 5K approximately. So I believe some of the distributors like to test the limits of the market. They would like to see who will take the bait. If you take the bait, you're ripped off. This is not financial advice, but if you like the KA3s really much, you can go for that. But I just believe the price of the KA3s, even for spot orders, can be more reasonable. And so far, I have not sold any KA3s at this kind of spot order price. And I haven't heard anybody else being able to sell the KA3s at that crazy price. Okay, so that's with the famous and crazy KA3 Kadena miners. Now, I want to talk about the K7 CKB miners. Today, if you go to the ASICminervalue.com to see the top ASIC miners, you will see the K7 ranking number 2. That's really impressive. Although sometimes I saw it dropping to like number 8, number 9, but it does look like a very profitable miner, at least for the moment. To talk about the K7 Eagle Song miner, I would like to cover 3 different aspects, including price, specs and versions, and lastly, how to get this miner. And quite strangely, in sharp contrast with the KA3 Kadena miners, the K7's pricing has looked really reasonable. And I believe the reason why the pricing of the KA3 miner has not gone crazy is because the bitmain is allowing spot orders available on their website. If the spot orders are gone on the bitmain website, the pricing from the distributors will also go very high. Okay, next I want to talk about the specs and the versions of this K7 miner. It has 2 versions, 63.5 terahash and 58 terahash. The 63.5 terahash version is said to be from the first shipment of the K7 miners. And the 58 terahash machines are available right on the bitmain website. And the power of these 2 models are 3,080 watt and 2,813 watts. I don't know if the figures are real, like the bitmain company would like to mark a lower power for the 58 terahash machine to make it also attractive because of its lower power consumption, or if it's really consuming less power. Because as you know, pretty much all the antminers are said to be fluctuating in power up and down 10%. And for that reason, my really good friend DJ Mines seems to prefer the 58 terahash over the 63.5 terahash. I don't know if he's really making a lot of sense, but in the market, it seems pretty much everyone prefers the higher version. Okay, the last thing I would like to cover about the K7 CKB miners is how to get it. Well, of course, you can buy it off the bitmain website at the original price, approximately 4,700 US dollars, but you won't be able to get the higher version. You're only getting 58 terahash. And the delivery time is from the mid-February to the end of this month, which is not really bad. Another way to get this K7 miner is from the distributors, and you can get both of these models faster in delivery and possibly at a better pricing. Okay, the third brand new antminer I'd like to cover today is the S19J Pro Plus 122 terahash. To talk about this miner, I would like to discuss its price, its delivery time, and how we can get this miner. Okay, the price of the S19J Pro Plus on the bitmain website is 22 US dollars per terahash. I believe the distributors are getting the same model with a discount because they use coupons or, they just order a lot of them. Okay, this miner is interesting because the S19XP 141 terahash was really attractive, but the price is really expensive. So the S19J Pro Plus 122 terahash does look like a very balanced option between the typical S19 Pro versions and the S19 XP version. Then we talk about the delivery date of this miner. On the bitmain website, it says Q1, which means the first season of the year. From the distributors, I heard that the bitmain company is probably going to deliver by earliest on February this month and should be no later in March. Okay, so how can we buy this miner? First of all, you can buy this direct from the bitmain website at the price of 22 terahash, also with the pre-orders, and you can also place orders with the distributors or vendors. Although recently the Bitcoin is going up quite a bit, I still believe we are in a bearish market. Usually, when you're able to acquire the machines from both the bitmain company or the distributors, in the bearish market, you usually get the price better from the distributors. So that's the same case with S19J Pro Plus. However, we may expect something different from the distributors because I have heard from them that there might be a mix of two different versions, 118 terahash and 122 terahash. So that's with 4 terahash different. Whether we're going to get the 118 terahash or the 122 terahash is purely a matter of luck. At the same time, some distributors may offer you the option of locking in the model of 122 terahash if you pay slightly more per terahash. Okay, so that's with the S19J Pro Plus 122 terahash Bitcoin miner, which is one of the top anticipated antminers in the year of 2023. Okay, the last antminer I want to talk about today is the E9 Pro Ethereum Classic miner. I believe I'm making the video for the E9 Pro too late and too early at the same time. I'm saying too late is because everybody is able to order this miner direct from the bitmain website, but we have only a few hours left. Or perhaps when you're watching this video, it's already passed. I'm saying very early at the same time is because it's a really new miner. It was only announced in the past few days. So if you like to stay updated on some of the new models launched by the antminers, I suggest you follow the Bitmain Twitter account because I've noticed that the Bitmain company likes to launch some of their brand new models on their Twitter page instead of just directly on their website. Okay, to cover the E9 Pro Ethereum Classic miners, I want to talk about its specifications, its price, its delivery time, and lastly, how we can get it. The specs of this miner are really good. It is almost 3,700 megahash, and its memory is 7 gigabyte. The price of this miner couldn't be more attractive because last year we had a really famous and infamous miner at the same time, which is E9 Ethash miners. The E9 miner can be hashing at 2,400 megahash, and the delivery of that miner was delayed very badly. They didn't deliver anything until the last moment before the Ethereum merge. And to say the price of this miner is really competitive, we can also compare with a competing brand called iPolo. The official price of the V1 Ethereum Classic miner even today on iPolo website is $8,000, which is 6 times the price of the E9 Pro. Okay, let me talk about the delivery date of this miner. The lead time of this miner is also really attractive. It is said on the website only 7 working days. You still remember the delivery date of the KA3? That was months. And they delayed it for more months. Okay, lastly, I want to talk about how you can buy this miner. Of course, you can buy it by yourself from the Bitmain website. The presale of this miner starts from 11 a.m. Eastern Time, which is only 2 to 3 hours later when I'm making this video. Yes, you're right. You are able to buy this miner direct from Bitmain by yourself. And I don't believe most people realize that. As long as you pass the KYC with the Bitmain company, you are able to acquire the antminers direct from the Bitmain company. However, the Bitmain company may disappoint most of us because just like the KA3 Kadena miners, I also believe the miner E9 Pro is going to be sold out immediately when it's launched. Okay, so what if you're not able to acquire the E9 Pros direct from the Bitmain website, which I believe is going to be the case with pretty much everyone? What are we gonna do? Yes, we would have to get it from the middleman or the distributors. As soon as I posted the information about the E9 Pro on my Instagram and also on the YouTube community, many people asked me, hey Charlie, what's going to be the price if we buy from you? So my answer for them is I don't know. Because I don't know how much more margin the distributors are going to put on top of the original price, $1,300. And one of my friends that works for a company that manufactures exactly the same Ethereum Classic miners told me he believes the miner of this price could be double or triple after it's pre-sold. So my suggestion for this miner under this circumstance is that if you find the middleman pricing from the distributors just a few $100s above the original price, go for it. Because this kind of scalpers pricing is only going to go higher and higher over the next few weeks or months, just like the KA3 Kadena miners. If you like this miner, try to grab it before it's too late. A very simple example is the case with the KA3s. When the KA3s were first launched, in the early stage, most of the distributors were marking up the miner by only hundreds of dollars. But later it became 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, and today's its spot orders is going for 12K or 13K. Okay, so that's pretty much enough with today's ASIC miner updates. At the end of the video, I would like to discuss why I feel more hopeful about mining and cryptocurrency in the new year of 2023. And I would like to tell you why I feel this way from 3 different perspectives: the crypto market, the ASIC market, and the worst case scenario. From the crypto market point of view, I believe the worst nightmare for the cryptocurrency market may have already passed. It is still not looking great, but at least we see some hope. I have asked many people, including my clients and my vendors, do you guys think the Bitcoin will go back to 15K or even 13K or 10K? And their answer is largely no. However, Mr. Fan, the guy that does immersion cooling containers, thinks the market will crash even more. I do hope that will become the case because I hope more people will be able to buy the Bitcoins at a good price. What about you? What do you think? Do you think the Bitcoin will go back to 15K or 12K or 10K? Give us your opinions in the comment section. Okay, another factor that's making me more hopeful about mining in the year of 2023 is because what's going on with the ASIC miners market. Up to this day, I've seen in the ASIC miners market, the pricing of the majority of the Bitcoin miners have not gone up as much as how much the Bitcoin has gone up in the past few weeks. However, should we feel like it's because the distributors are stupid? I don't think so. The only reason why the distributors hasn't increased the price as much as how the Bitcoin has gone up is because the ASIC miner market remains a really bad one. There are still not as many people that want to do the mining to buy their machines. The pricing of most of the ASIC miners remains good, not because the ASIC miner distributors are stupid or they're too kind. It's only because the pricing of most of the ASIC miners was set up too high in the beginning or even in worse times. So if you have seen the ASIC miner distributors have not increased the price of their machines in proportion to the market changes in the cryptocurrency, they are not doing us a charity. They are only correcting their previous crazy behaviors. Okay, my last perspective in making me feel hopeful about mining in the year of 2023 is because I try to imagine what's going to happen in the worst case scenario. So what is the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario should be no more than the Bitcoin going back down to 15K, 13K, or 10K. If that is a crisis, I see a great opportunity. If that is the worst case scenario that's going to take place, I believe that only creates another window and possibly the last window for anybody that wants to start investing in cryptocurrency and mining. So the situation of this kind in the ASIC mining market lies a great opportunity. It means not so many people want to do mining. You don't want to only start mining when there are many others that are doing the same. Because in that case, the hashing difficulty of all the cryptocurrencies will be really high and also the pricing of the machines will be really high. What happened in the last few weeks in the Bitcoin prices could be a wake-up call. It is a wake-up call reminding people that Bitcoin is not dead. Bitcoin is alive. Bitcoin is reviving.